Strap yourself into an easy chair because Saturday night will never be the same. Looking for a breath of fresh air during the long, hot summer? Well, there's no one fresher than Howard Stern. On his next show, meet comedian Gilbert Gottfried.
They said Howard Stern. I've never heard of him.
And musical guest, the Ramones. Plus current events, send-ups, put-ons, and put-downs. All from Howard's unique point of view. Call it irreverent, call it outrageous. Call it the Howard Stern Summer Show. Saturday at 11 on Channel 9.
30 p.m.
I want to ask my good friend Bob Golub. Mr. Golub is a very popular actor, but besides that, he is a noted comedian who is doing comedy for the hearing inspired. Can I shake your hand and say I'm a fan?
Thanks a lot.
I'd love to have you tell our audience out there what it is the essence of it, and what inspired comedy for the hearing inspired. Then our panel is going to join in, I'm sure, Bob.
Well, I've been doing stand-up comedy for about 10 years, and I developed the show. I have two sisters that are hard of hearing. I grew up in a family of 8 in Sharon, Pennsylvania. When I was living in L.A., I sold a car. I was selling cars during the day and performed at night when I was first starting. And I sold a girl that was very hard of hearing, almost deaf, a car. I wrote a joke down. She laughed. And I thought about what a great idea to make comedy accessible to the deaf community, which never been done before. So we staged the first show out in California. And 6 years later, of course, 10 years later, now I've been in New York about 6 years, we added an infrared system. So there's deaf, hard of hearing, and of course hearing. And I have an interpreter named Mara Zuckerman that does my shows here in New York. We raise money for the New York League for the hard of hearing.
Do audiences enjoy your performance whether they're hard of hearing or not?
Well, right. The thing of it is, we want to make it accessible that anybody could come in and enjoy a live stand-up comedy show, deaf, hard of hearing, or hearing. And there's 24 million people hard of hearing and deaf in the United States, so there's a huge audience out there. We have an annual show once a year we did in New York, and it was so successful last year, we added 3 additional shows this year and sold out and raised a lot of money for the league.
I've seen this man on every major panel show doing his routine. He's got videotapes that I want to show eventually, but I'm proud of you. Do you as a comedian have a separate act for the non?
Yeah, it is. I have to use separate comics. For example, we use like Richard Hack Voss is a guy that